Alright, so you do have an elevator, and then you have a bunch of snack machines on each floor. So they have like a variety of different stuff in there. So anything that you'll need. And this is your hallway. And then that is your view, so it's kept pretty nice. Well maintained. Then your door, you have a keyless entry, so this actually, we got an email with the code, so we didn't even have to go to the front office. And then they have these cool little privacy magnets that you can put on. And then walking into the room, you can tell, well lived in. We've been here for a couple days, so it has a pull-out bed there, so that's pretty neat. And then your air conditioning unit works great, and there is no need for any type of hack on this thing. It goes down to 61 degrees, so depending on your preference. And then they have plenty of, I guess, luggage carts that we utilized. And then it has 2 queen beds. We're obviously using one for luggage storage. And that is my basically office while we are here. And I basically set it up with the HDMI cable behind the TV. So you're able to use that as an additional workstation, I guess you want to call it, dual monitor. And that is the internet speed. And obviously I'm a YouTuber, so I use quite a bit of upload and downloads, and I've had no problem with playing any type of video on here. There's no freezing, no delay, works great. Is during a weekday, so a lot of people are definitely out and about. And again, this is the view. And then you have 2 types of curtains. So you have the one curtain for some kind of privacy, and then you have that curtain that will kind of basically block out all the light. And then you have another little magnet here on the door. So, and amenities. So you have this little coffee station here. It has like some coffees, teas, I believe. And then you have a refrigerator here. So it's a little fridge. I have not opened it yet, so that is basically what you're looking at. So you can put some water and stuff in there. This door doesn't close all the way. I just think that's because the fridge isn't pushed all the way in. And then on this side, you do have a microwave. And again, they're kind of low and out of the way, so it's, you know, depends on what you are looking for. And then this is your armoire closet. Ours came with some earplugs. I'm not quite sure why, but it might have been left over from the last guest. You do get a ironing board, a bunch of hangers, extra pillows, soft clothes, so that's a nice touch. It does come with a luggage table, which I'm using because it only has this middle section as an end table. So I needed something to kind of like put my phone on at night and, you know, charge stuff up. Has a light here in a minute. I don't know how all the rooms are, but these were kind of like some weird switches under here. This is a toggle switch instead of like a regular rocker switch. These lights are pretty nice. They let off a lot of light during the day, and hopefully I get that in good view. But you basically have a little pull that gives you 2 different light settings, and kind of back out a little bit so you can kind of see that. So that's kind of nice. Full length mirror, so that was nice. Then into the bathroom. Obviously we have all our stuff here. This light, I assume at one point there was no mirror here and they just put a mirror there, and then a light was left over, but that's kind of peculiar, but you know, is what it is. So you have your fan switch, so the fan's not too loud. Your light switch in here. Triple mirror. It comes with, obviously they stocked with some toilet paper. That's your tissue box that's in there. I think I saw a hairdryer. Yeah, so there's a hairdryer under there that they provided. So, you know, toilet. I like it has a little cleaning brush and a little plunger. You're on vacation, you're eating pretty good. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, so this is the shower, and like I said, it all looks like it's been recently remodeled. This curtain does have kind of like a weird tear in it. I don't know if they just didn't notice that, but the ceiling fan is nice and clean, which is definitely something you want to look out for. I like how it has a curved bar, so it gives you a nice area inside the tub. And like I said, you can tell this is all kind of like newer, remodeled fixtures and stuff. This was a little weird. Okay, so I actually contacted the hotel and said, hey, there's no hot water because last night I took a cold shower. But they said that the shower labels were basically, now I just got my phone all wet, but they basically said that the hot and cold were mislabeled. They're getting a new back part to that or something like that. Let me wipe the phone off real quick. I don't think I got the lens, the back part of it, but they are also, I guess these were your shampoo, conditioner, body washes. They gave you some complimentary, whatever brand this is, and they have a little sign here that basically says, please enjoy the bath products while transition to a new provider. So that'll explain why some of those things are just kind of like still sitting on the wall. But a body lotion, a conditioner, there's a shampoo, which I kind of just showed you there, shampoo, and then there was a shower gel. Not quite sure. I guess that's like a body gel or whatever. And it had a nice little shelf here, and it's kind of weird, like it's not level, and it's kind of weird. When water hits it, the water kind of runs forward, but I guess that's probably on purpose to keep that shelf dry. We have some of the products that we use on there. And like I said, the ceiling vent, very clean, so they definitely are on top of this whole thing. And like I said, I mean, it's a pretty spacious, bathroom area. Door squeaks a little bit, but hey. But again, that is the view from coming outside the bathroom. So clean, well-maintained, painted. And like I said, Sonder, I believe it's now a Marriott hotel group, I guess is how we refer to it. But again, nice little view if you have. And anyway, Brian from Garage Hall, thanks for watching, and be safe out there.